Welcome to a new video about increasing your core sales with the help of optimized sales copy and email marketing. Hello, my name is Monica Padu and I'm coming to you today from, sunny and really windy Greece. So if you're hearing weird noises in the background, it's just the natural elements. Okay, so let's get to it. I want to show you today what it means to speak your customer language in your email marketing and on your sales pages. And this is one of the most common mistakes I see people making. Well, it makes their lives a lot harder because they have to imagine what their audience thinks and says about the problem they want to solve. So today I'm going to give you maybe 2 or 3 quick tips to speak your customer language in your copy. And I'm going to show you how that's actually going to make your life easier. So before we start, remember to hit subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get more copywriting tips to sell online courses without any of that annoying, salesy, sleazy copywriting that pushes people into, ignoring all your content. Cool. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to try is to write a headline. And writing headlines is so complicated for so many people because they have no idea what they should be saying in there. Now, apart from headline formulas, which are going to make it so much easier to write really good ones, I'm just lazy, so I just go to this one. And I'm just going to go here. So when I have time, I like to take this entire huge list and start to write headlines. And as you can see, there are some things in brackets like how to achieve a desired outcome, how to run faster, large number of ways to achieve an outcome. Now, some of them are simple, right? But for some complicated thing, it's really difficult to pinpoint the exact transformation your audience wants. So if you're like teaching people how to speak a foreign language, it could be how to become fluent in Spanish without feeling awkward about your accent, or how to feel confident speaking Spanish without feeling awkward about your accent. Okay, but how do I know that's what? And we're gonna write some headlines. Okay, let's just go with the basic one. Okay. We have large number of ways to achieve an outcome and how to achieve a desired outcome. Let's go with like the most basic ones. Okay. So we talked about learning Spanish. Okay. How to be confident, how to feel confident about your Spanish skills, how to speak Spanish with confidence and not feel awkward about your Ringo accent. Okay, so how do I know that this is what people want? Let's highlight them. Because this is what customer language is, right? Speak your customer language. Okay, so let's find some courses. Okay, courses to learn Spanish. And let's see. In Hispania, let's try this one. And let's try Reddit. Okay, so speak Spanish without rolling R's, without accent, without thinking, without fear. So this is a really good example of what your customers want and how they actually, express it, right? So speaking Spanish without rolling R's. Let's see what that is. Can you still speak Spanish without rolling your R's? Yes, you can. Rolling your R is important in Spanish. because some words like pero are identical except one has a rolled R and one doesn't. So this gives me a really good example of what I can do with my headline to make it super specific, because rolling your R's can be a massive problem for non-native Spanish speakers, and that impacts their ability to feel confident when speaking with Spanish natives, which again makes it complicated for them to actually enjoy their new ability and connect with other people. So we're gonna add this in here. So my assumption was how to speak Spanish with confidence and not feel awkward about your gringo accent. So we are gonna use how to speak Spanish without rolling your R's, and feel confident about it. Confident about it. Okay, now here's the problem. So we know that this part is what people want to know. So I'm just gonna go with the black one. But I'm still not confident that this is why they want to learn how to speak Spanish without rolling your R's. So let's look in some more customer language and see what they say. And now I'm looking at Quora, but you can use Reddit, you can use your own. See, Reddit, is it worth learning Spanish if I can't roll my R's? This is great. And we have SpanishAddict.com. I can't roll my R's. Can I still speak Spanish? This is great. Why can't everyone roll their R's? And this can something be like, here's why there's nothing wrong with you if you can't roll your R's, and here's what you can do to still be understood by Spanish natives. That's another example of a great headline. Best and easiest way to roll your R in Spanish, even if you're a beginner. Pity the Spanish speaker who can't roll his R's. This is a good idea for a subheading, right? Okay, so let's see. We're talking about my assumption that they want to learn how to speak Spanish without rolling their R's because they want to feel confident about it. But this is my assumption. Um, they want to learn how to speak Spanish without rolling their R's, but the problem they have is that they are afraid they're not going to be understood by natives, right? So how to speak Spanish without rolling your R's and still be and still make yourself understood by natives. Okay, let's see if I can find customer language that points to that. Let's see. It will be kind of difficult as rolling your R's is important for pronunciation, but also for meaning. Uh, yes, but you will sound like a gringo. Okay, this is very good. Um, okay, yes, you can speak Spanish without rolling your R's, and this could be like really good, like individual headline, separate from this formula of how to. Where were we here? Let's see. So here's this guy describes the problem, right? So if you can't roll your R's, your accent will seem much stronger and you might find it harder to blend it in. There will be times when you are misunderstood, but not as often as other posters seem to think. Uh, if you can't roll your R's, please don't be discouraged from learning Spanish. Oh, this is great. Okay, so let me add this as well because this is a great headline. Okay, let's see. That's a common gringo problem. So apparently, if you're an American or English speaker and you're trying to learn Spanish, this is a problem. Now, If you're a course creator that teaches English speakers how to speak Spanish, then you probably already know this, but I don't know it, and I'm a copywriter, so I need to do this research. The idea is that by mirroring or reflecting the problem your audience has, they begin to trust you because you are basically reading their mind and you're putting it in front of them for them to see. So, if this is the biggest problem they have about learning Spanish, like they can't roll their R's, and apparently that's a common gringo problem, and I'm just saying this based on the little customer research I have done, then when an American or an UK or any English speaker goes to your sales page or opens your emails and that's the first thing they see, they're gonna be more inclined to pay attention. However, if you if your audience also consists of people who are, I don't know, French speakers, German speakers, they would probably have different problems with learning Spanish that's not necessarily rolling their R's. So that's important. And the solution is you can try to like segment your audience, or you can just address your courses, your sales pages to the majority of your audience, which can be, I don't know, American, French speakers, or whatever, you know your audience better. So this is an example of how you can use customer language to write headlines that are relatable, that are true, and that are very specific to your audience's problem. Now, I could rant about this for hours and I can show you more examples. So maybe I'm going to do that in a new video, which is why you should subscribe and comment and even share if you know people who might need to hear this, because this makes writing a lot easier. And this is just one example because there are so many ways you can improve your sales pages and emails to sound more like, well, what your customer wants and needs to hear, as well as making it very similar to the discussion, the dialogue they already have in here, because that's what you want to do. You want to tap into the dialogue that they already have, and your sales page is going to continue that dialogue, and it's going to answer the questions they have in the back of their mind about their ability to, well, speak Spanish with confidence and or make themselves understood. Now, other ways to get this customer language, if you have it, are testimonials. And ideally, you have testimonials that are more like 5 stars. This course was great. You need people to tell you about their before struggle and then their after transformation, and make it very specific. That's usually a treasure for any business owner because you can find a lot of good customer language in there. You can also send surveys and you can make them like one question survey. What's your biggest problem with learning or speaking Spanish? You can have multiple option surveys that ask people, well, what's the biggest problem you have out of these 5 different things? But ideally, you get one question and open-ended questions. Now, there are many different ways to use surveys to get information from your customers. You can segment by buyer and non-buyer. You can even ask them to see, hey, are you a beginner or are you advanced? Have you, is this like the first time you're trying to learn Spanish, or have you tried before and failed, or things like that? Or you can even ask them why they want to learn Spanish, because all of that tells you a lot of things that makes your copy so much better, and it makes the process of writing that copy so much easier and clearer and fun for you as well. So I hope this was useful. Hit subscribe if you want more videos so you can improve your copy and sell more courses.